do now know. Weirdly, right after that pod dropped, the price tag essentially came out from that 2 firsts, and Bears will probably still have to move a player for Maxx Crosby. Boys, we talked about this scenario where the new price that was put out there, because what Vegas has said is that they don't want to get rid of Maxx Crosby. They don't want to move on from Maxx Crosby. If they would, the asking price will begin at 2 firsts. If that's where it's beginning, you're assuming that teams are bidding on Maxx Crosby. That price may go higher. Bears still have to move money to make this deal work. So in this scenario, boys, are you out on Maxx Crosby, or do you still feel like pay the price, get it done, get this guy here?
Pay the price.
No.
It's like jumping into a swimming pool.
Pay the price.
You're all in. I'm going all in, baby. What are you talking about? It's not even a question.
It is, because Las Vegas wants 2 firsts.
Yeah.
But
the Bears got to move a player to make it work.
But the other 31 GMs said that you can't replicate what the 2 firsts was what they got for Micah Parsons. But since Micah Parsons was 2 years younger, still in his rookie deal, and never had a history of injury, you can't demand the same amount. So that's why people are saying that, even though they saying 2 firsts, it's not going to be 2 firsts in reality.
Oh, dang it. I thought I was out of the camera.
He tried to hide.
Wait, was I in the camera the first time?
No, you weren't.
How did I do it the first time and the second time?
I don't know.
The first time you ducked, he just second time he just.
You just like, all right in there.
What are your thoughts, Rigo?
I was gonna say this pretty much checks out to me. Two firsts would be around the price. I mean, we talking about Maxx Crosby. I mean, we not gonna act like this man ain't probably top 3 in his position. And if you talking about moving, even if you talking about like all the 31 other GMs, like we need a player. What player are you gonna find better than DJ Moore?
No, I'm not saying DJ Moore, but they were talking about
in the trade.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, like we talking about DJ Moore.
Well, I think, listen, the conversation was that he wants to go to Detroit, right?
Detroit wants him. Detroit
wants him, and he's from Detroit. He went to Michigan State. He wants to go to Detroit. He's from Detroit.
Oh, that'd be ugly.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
And Detroit 100% will send Jameson Williams.
If he goes to Detroit,
Jameson Williams is a better player than.
They got Tesla. Yeah,
he goes to Detroit. We no longer Kings of the North.
Well, let's pump the brakes on that. On paper, it looks great. We're still the best.
Here's the thing.
And in reality,
here's the thing I would say about this, right? Is if we believe that Ben Johnson is the mathematician and the god of offensive plays that we have seen and just knows how to do all these things, he would figure it out. I think that we could be pretty confident that he would figure it out. It's a lot harder if you got Aiden Hutchinson and Maxx Crosby on the same defensive line. And I'll be honest with you, that plays into this conversation. I know people say
that's like a Philly defense. That's like Philly defense.
Here's what I said when this came up.
And they got Anzalone as linebacker.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Here's what I said when this came up before. Remember we were talking about Micah Parsons, and I was like, "Well, if the Packers are interested, the Bears should be interested because you don't want to play Micah Parsons twice."
Right.
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "No, Pat, that's stupid. Why would you ever do that? The Packers ain't gonna get blah blah blah." Packers got him. Oh, God, why weren't the Bears involved more? I can't believe that we didn't get involved. You could be in that situation for Max. That would be a tough one where now...
That'd be 2 losses.
Now, here's the big thing, though, realistically speaking, you are going all in at that point. We talked about that. How many all-in teams are winning Super Bowls? There's really just the one.
It's the one.
Jalen Ramsey and Matt Stafford go to the Rams. They win the Super Bowl. Realistically speaking, Jalen Ramsey got his butt cooked. If Aaron Donald's not great,
it doesn't look. It
don't look that good.
But Aaron Donald was also a draft pick, so that's a point we were making before. That
I'm just saying from a Super Bowl perspective, they win that Super Bowl
right
because Aaron Donald, not because of Jalen Ramsey.
Because to further your point, it has to be a combination of this all in and great drafting. You have to have a great drafts up until, and you need that one player to just put you over the top, which is what Stafford did. Jalen Ramsey did. I think Jalen Ramsey made 1 or 2 plays in the playoffs. Matthew Stafford made 1 or 2 great throws in that playoff run, and they both did just enough because they had enough homegrown talent. For me, the Bears need to have a little bit more homegrown talent. Like, I wouldn't go all.
They do.
They do.
But they have a lot.
They lose a lot of it too, though. Because realistically, you talking about Brisker being gone.
Well, it depends on what you do, right? I put the video out about the restructures and stuff like that. There are ways that you can keep Brisker if you want him, but that's up to you whether you feel like you on the side that wants him or not. But you do still have Roma Dunza. You've got Luther Bird. You've got Coastal Lum. You've got Caleb Williams. You've got You've got Darnell Wright on the defensive side. You got Kyler Gordon. You got Jalen Johnson. You've got what's that boy name?
Tariq Stevens.
No, I wasn't even talking about him. On the line. Javon Dexter. You
I thought we was cutting him.
No, in my restructure, you're not cutting him. You really can't cut him. You got to hold on to him. But you've still got Austin Booker in this situation, right? Like there is still a lot of homegrown talent in this world that the Bears would be living in. And so for me, like, while I'm intrigued by Max, and 2 firsts doesn't seem crazy. 2 firsts and a player might be too rich for my blood at that point.
Well, what if the player is DJ Moore and you already have your crop of young players at wide receiver that can take you over the top? Because for me,
I get third.
I like what Joe said. Joe said for the 32nd pick in 2027 draft, the Bears select Maxx Crosby. That's essentially what you're getting. If you win the Super Bowl in the next 2 years, those 2 draft picks won't mean anything because you're drafting already in the late first round. Yeah, so it's not like it's a top 5, top 10 draft pick.
Yes.
My thing is you're still having that window open. You're not necessarily giving up your entire future for the now if you're only giving up 26 and 27 and a player that really you might have already been trying to get rid of him to get more money to address other areas anyway.
Right. But in the flip side of that situation, you are putting yourself. Let's say the Lions get him. Lions got to pay Aiden Hutchinson. They got to pay Maxx Crosby. They got to pay Jared Goff, who's dying. He's an old man. You're paying Jahmyr Gibbs. You're paying Amon-Ra St. Brown. All of a sudden, they're in the cap struggle of you have to win a Super Bowl or it's GG's.
And you have to cut a lot of good players because a lot of them cap casualties. What I'm saying is, and what Pat's saying is you want to stay, and what we talked about on the last show, you have to stay in between cap issues and draft issues. You don't want to lose all of your money and your financial flexibility, and you also don't want to lose all of your draft picks. You want to stay, because even though we're picking in 25, there is still great talent that you can find within that draft in the first round of them later draft picks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But my question, like if I'm in the room and if it's Ben Johnson, if it's Ben Johnson, if it's Ryan Poles, how close do we actually think we are? Because at the end of the day, that's literally all this comes down to.
It's a great point. It's a great point. And
how close do we actually think we are? Because if we actually think that we are going to take the leap that not only we expect ourselves to take, but everybody else expects us to take, absolutely 100% yes, I'm going in for Max Crosby.
It's a great point, because I do think there's a lot of people that think we're a million miles away. But it's also, you haven't seen Tremaine Edmonds with a defensive line in front of him. You haven't seen TJ Edwards with a defensive line in front of him. Now, realistically speaking, Tremaine Edmonds might not be here because of the cut that you could make and save $15 million. But like, there's so many of these players to me that Jalen Johnson, right? What does Jalen Johnson look like with a defensive line in front of him? We thought he was a lockdown corner with us rushing the passer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had this 4 right here going after the quarterback. Ringo's the only one that got a sack.
but that's the whole thing we talked about before. Like, when do you actually think our Super Bowl window is going to start? I'm thinking that we Caleb is his second year. Yeah, you got a few quarterbacks like Drake May, but is it though? Because Drake May went to the Super Bowl his second year. But it's a lot of other teams that Brady went in his second year, but Brady was led more by defense.
Yeah.
Like usually a lot of the Super Bowl caliber teams, they have a little bit more of a team that have been around for a while. They're not a lot. Half their team is not.
It's not a young team.
It's not a young team.
Yeah.
So my point is that for us, I think our Super Bowl window doesn't start until year 3 and 4 of our core players.
But you do have. Okay. So on that Patriots team, Vrabel, vet head coach.
Yep.
They got some vet players.
Not very minor. They a majority team was young, and it showed.
Oh, Stephon Diggs,
Christian Gonzalez.
Christian Gonzalez was a rising player. By the way, showed everybody why he was a shutdown corner in that Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, realistically speaking, our question on Christian Gonzalez wasn't could Christian Gonzalez play. It was could he stay healthy?
Yeah.
It was never could he play. I knew he was a dog.
It's just
because you know what he do.
Yeah.
So
you know how he get down.
But that goes back. If you
know where he from.
If you look at the age group of the Patriots, they were one of the younger teams in the league. They were on the bottom years in the league. The Bears right now are a little bit. They're in the middle of the road. They got a lot of their offense. The skilled players are young, but the core players are a little bit old because you got Shelton is old. You got Tony that's old. I'll say again.
Bears in the middle of the road in what?
As far as age of their team, they're not young. They're not old. They're in the middle.
Actually, okay.
They are because they're in the middle of the age.
Okay.
Because a lot of their defensive line and their offensive line are not longer in the tooth, but they're not first year, 2-year players.
3, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even most of their linebackers. You got Edmonds that's been in the league for like 5 or 6 years.
Chicago Bears are the 16th youngest team in the NFL.
Right in the middle. Like I said, right in the middle.
Average age of 26. The New England Patriots are the 11th youngest team in the NFL, average age of 26. We're talking points here, boys. It's 26.23 for the Bears, 26.08 for the Patriots. Seahawks shed a year off there. They're 25.77 in that. The Packers are the youngest team in football and seem to always be the youngest team in football. Wonder when they'll stop using that crutch.
So that but see that's what I'm saying. So if the Patriots just made it and we looked at that schedule and said, okay, this is basically what the schedule was. I believe the Bears have more talent on their team than the Patriots do. So why shouldn't the window be open?
Can I give you a nasty hot take?
But they weren't supposed to be there either.
Can I give you a nasty hot take?
Patriots weren't supposed to be there because Denver blew it, and Buffalo blew it. That's how they got in.
Denver didn't blow it. Bo Nix got hurt.
The AFC title game, you would say that your Super Bowl window is open with a couple of additions that you make. But can I give you a nasty hot take on this?
Give me a smoking hot.
I think the Chicago Bears Super Bowl window is more open than the New England Patriots.
Thank you.
Oh, this was their chance. I don't think they get back to the Super Bowl.
Reason I say that, there is a lot of health issues that help the Patriots get there. Now, I'm not saying that the Patriots are bad, right? When people were like, Drake May didn't play nobody, I'm the person that was like, neither did Tom Brady. We would sit there every year and go, well, Brady didn't play nobody, so we don't expect him to do nothing. And then they run through the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl, and you just be like, well, what are you going to do? But I truly feel like what we saw from the Chicago Bears this year, their window of being able to win Super Bowls is more open than where the New England Patriots are, who just went to the Super Bowl, because I don't think that the AFC is going to be that again. I don't think Joe Burrow dies again. I don't think that you're going to be in a situation where Bo Nix dies again, where, I mean, how many AFC Lamar Jackson misses the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes misses the playoffs. They got a top 15 pick this year.
Who?
Oh, the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
Had a top 15 pick to add to Patrick Mahomes.
But that's what
Monks think he's dead. Remember when they did this to Brady? Oh, he's done. Remember the first 3 Super Bowls? Oh, he's done. It's over. Call it one. This man won 4 more rings after that.
But that's the reason why we kept saying, like, if this was going to be anybody's year, it was going to be Josh's year, because you knew that the AFC, you weren't going to get this again.
Bro, if the Patriots pull Josh Allen,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think that the Bears have, because of so many deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball as far as pass rushing. Because if you look at the great, like, as much as Caleb is Superman, you still need an adequate defense. If you look at,
but what are we missing?
Let me finish.
What are we missing?
Look at Seattle's defense this year.
Yes.
You look at the Rams' defense 2 years ago.
Yes.
You look at Philadelphia's defense last year.
Yes.
They had multiple studs.
Yes, 100%.
They have multiple studs on the defensive line. If we get Max, that's our one stud. I think we need one more.
But the Eagles drafted high though. They already, bro. You already had.
I'm just saying we need one more before I just think we need one more before our Super Bowl window.
You think we need one more legitimate pass rusher?
Yes.
But
so that's what I mean though. Like the conversation. What if we get him this year via the draft? What if we get him this year via going out and signing Trey Hendrickson or going out and signing Bradley Chubb?
Oh. No, that ain't the game changer.
Bradley Chubb's a monster.
I said that
we can't say he's not.
I said he's not a game changer.
Bradley Chubb?
He's not Maxx Crosby.
Bradley Chubb?
Yes.
He's not Maxx Crosby, bro.
He's not Max.
What are we talking about?
He's good, but he's not Max. He's good. He's really good. I would take him as a compliment.
Here's the weird. Maybe this is the
I would take Bradley Chubb and then draft
Bradley Chubb was in quarterbacks' faces all day, knowing he was the only person on that team,
bro.
Pick him up and draft a stud. Then I can think our Super Bowl window will be open, in my opinion, because that means you will have 3 people that can get 10 plus sacks. I don't think we're open because we don't have enough defensively to be able to. If you look at the last, my point was.
Hey, by the way, when we in this chat, say Patriots, type out Patriots. When y'all be saying Pats, I be thinking y'all talking trash about me, and I be ready to fry y'all. I be having to tell myself, oh, he 10 Patriots.
No, so even if you look at,
I see Pats 4 times, like the Pats ain't even that good. I'm like, I'm real good. Shut up.
That's what, if you look at the defense, if they had 3 plus people that could pressure the quarterback,
yes.
And for me, I think the Bears to be our Super Bowl window to be open right now, you need that same 3. Whether it be, if you give Max, then we don't have enough. We still missing that 1. But if you get Bradley Chubb, then it's potentially you can still keep your first round draft pick and get that stud, because this draft is deep in defensive line.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like we're saying, I think this is the thing. How far away are the Bears? If you're saying that acquiring 1 piece via free agency and 1 piece via the draft, they're right there. You're not that far away.
I'd say they're a superior pass rusher in the free agency, Maxx Crosby. And
well, that's via trade. That's not free agency.
I'm sorry. Okay, via trade. And then, well, that's my thing is, I think that they're that piece away, plus being shrewd in the later draft rounds. Because that means you don't have your first round. So you have to hit on your second round defensive tackle prospect, or your end prospect, your third round defensive tackle, whatever, that you got to hit on those.
Yeah. I hear you. Hey, man, let us know how you guys feel in the comments below, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do for Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. Is your back better? You need a little scratch? Dang it.
Oh my God! Here goes Diddy. Here goes Diddy.
I'm keeping it high.
Here's a Diddy. Hey, Pat's turned into Diddy now.
I'll tell you this right now.
Pat's turned into Diddy. He's got a case of baby oil. I see in the corner over there.
This is not a Diddy situation.
Ringo, we gotta run.
Right there.
Ringo, we gotta run.
What I will say about this,
Ringo's not going anywhere.
JC's definitely not lotioning his back. That's the bottom line on all of it.
I'm not gonna lie.
JC's definitely not lotioning his back. For Mr. Drew Better, if you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. And of course, the man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Adon. It is your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down.